I'm Angela Giles, Klocke. Welcome to week 2 of the Alive to Thrive series with scarsandtiaras.com. You know, a friend reached out to me last week after my first episode, and she said, "Wait, Angela, you've got to have a plan. You can't just wing it." And I thought, you're right, I need a plan. But I'm going to go ahead and just wing it, because this week I'm talking about surviving, what it means to survive. And in the context of surviving a painful past, surviving being in a painful present, you're just kind of winging it. What we do in survival mode is often confusing to other people. They look at what we're doing as, oh, they're being crazy. Why would she go back to him? Why would he take her back? Why would he put up with that? Why would she just go on and deal with all of that? And the truth is, if you're in survival mode, you do what you have to do. And sometimes that means going back to an abusive spouse. When I became pregnant with our third child after we were separated, my ex-husband and I, we didn't get along at all. Nothing was going well. And it's not like it went well before, but beforehand I had hope. But I went back to him with my third pregnancy because I was in survival mode. I was already working 2 jobs, and I rarely saw my boys. And I had already fought a life-threatening blood disorder, and here I was pregnant, and I did what I needed to do for survival. When I was arrested for him, obstruction of justice, and you can read that story on scarsandtiaras.com and in my forthcoming book, I didn't tell on him. And people always ask me, why didn't you just tell them that that was him and that he ran, and just tell the police that that was him and have him arrested instead? But the truth is, survival mode kept me silent about his whereabouts, and even landed me in almost overnight in jail with a charge of obstruction of justice, because I knew he's going to get out one day and I will pay for that. And that's how so many people who are dealing with domestic violence and abuse make decisions. They're not making decisions that are crazy and wild and whatever the case may be, whatever label somebody wants to put on them. They're making decisions looking sometimes at the long term. Sometimes for me, it was easier to just give in to sex rather than fight him, because then it just blew up into something else that I didn't want my children to see or be witness to or hear. And so you just go through the motions sometimes of surviving. I've done it as a child. I've done it as a teenager. I've done it just even in the aftermath of my life, surviving that life. But here's the thing. Surviving can only get you so far, and it's beautiful and wonderful when we survive. But that's why I'm doing this series, because we can't just survive, we have to thrive. So first step is to survive. You survive the abuse, you survive what you're going through, and then you survive the aftermath as much as you can. But at some point you have to start to thrive. Some point you have to say, no more, I'm not going to stay in this pit. I'm not going to be a victim anymore. I was a victim, I'm not a victim anymore, and I'm moving on. And that is a long, long journey, and that's why I'm doing this series of videos and essays and articles and the speaking that I do, because I want to be a reminder that you can go through really hard things, but you can survive them and then you can thrive. So what it means to survive is to get through sometimes and doing hard things and doing things that you wouldn't normally do in a very rational, sane world, but your world is not sane, and what you're going through is not rational and real love. And so I'm encouraging you as you're going forward on this journey. If you're just starting or you've been on this journey for a long time, I'm encouraging you to embrace the idea of, okay, I am a survivor, I'm amazing, I survived. Whether you survived death or whether you survived one-time incident, whatever the case may be, your pain is valuable. Your pain, you're worth what you've been through. You're worth surviving, and I just want you to thrive now. We survived. Now it's time to thrive. Next week we're going to talk about what it looks like to thrive, what it looks like to embrace that idea and to go forward. So feel free to leave me any questions in the comments, on Facebook, on YouTube, on the website. at scarsandtiaras.com. I am just enjoying the journey. I'm just going to wing it for a little while longer because I know that I have a lot to say and a lot to share, but I also want to hear from you and what you need to hear and what you want to hear. I'm not a counselor, I'm not a psychologist. I am just a survivor, but I'm also a thriver, and I'm also on a healing journey where I've come a long way, baby, as people keep saying. You keep saying that. Yes, I do, because it's true. I've come a long way, baby, and I'm going to keep going, and I'm inviting you on this journey with me. Thank you for tuning in this week, and I look forward to whatever's next. I don't know. We'll see. Join me at scarsandtiaras.com. Thank you.